Hello everybody, Jennifer Maker here. I have a treat today, 25 of my favorite Cricut TikTok tips. TikTok is a great way to learn from people all over the world. It's so much fun to see what everyone is creating and customizing with their Cricuts. I use some of these tips in nearly every project that you see here, but I've also added some to our tutorials after learning them from all of you on TikTok. These are just a few of the projects that we've made with these tips in the past month. Come with me and I'll show you more. Look at all of these awesome projects. You can make all of them with our tutorials, sure, but I love sharing quick tips on how to do things even more. I've been posting more tips and projects on TikTok lately, so I'd love for you to follow us over there. You can find me over on TikTok at jennifer.maker. Remember, there's a dot between Jennifer and Maker on the profile. Now, I've used these tips on many of the projects that you see here, like my glitter wine glasses, which are so fun. They used a few of the tips, especially because of the curved surface of the wine glass. And my reverse canvas tutorial uses another tip to get a special paint effect with a surprising tool you probably already have at home. And cleaning up the view on a lighted shadow box right here also uses household supplies to save you money. And the leather journals are a challenge if you try to keep your machine mats clean. So I know you're going to love that tip as well. I have tons and tons of tips for you. My cardinal vase uses several tips on intricate vinyl projects, especially since I made it using the reverse weeding technique. So without further ado, let's dive into the best 25 Cricut tips that I found on TikTok. Get free fonts from dafont.com, a TikTok tip from Kelly Sue Vinyl. Are you looking for a new free font for a fun project? Check out one of my favorite sites, dafont.com. You can browse, search, and filter fonts to find the best one for any personal use project. Want a sneak peek at what the design will look like? Just type in your text and the site will show you. Then just download the file and you're ready to go. See font options in Word Market, a TikTok tip from Shayna Vose 3. Want to compare font options for a design? Try the WordMark website. Type in your text and it will show you what it will look like in all the fonts on your computer. It's so cool. See several that you like, select your top choices, and click Filter Selected Fonts to see your narrowed down fonts next to each other. Use a vinyl roll to support long mats while cutting. A TikTok tip from Wishing Star Warehouse. Does your machine mat bend while you're cutting designs with your Cricut? That can mess up your designs, you know. To fix that, take the cardboard tube from a vinyl roll and place it under the mat's edge. And then that way your mat can roll off in and out of the machine with more support and stay flat. Your mats will last longer and your cuts will come out much better. Use the Hinge method for large vinyl decals. A TikTok tip from Carly Hall. Struggling to apply large adhesive vinyl designs to a blank surface? Try the Hinge method. Cover your weeded design with transfer tape and place it on the item. Put a piece of painter's tape across the middle of the design and stick it to the edges of the blank. Lift one half of the vinyl up on the transfer tape away from the backing. Use scissors to cut away the backing. Lay the design back down on the blank and use a scraper tool to burnish the vinyl. Remove the painter's tape, then lift the other half of the design. Peel away the backing and press the rest of the decal to your blank. All done with perfect placement and much less stress. Label your mat covers. A TikTok tip from JCH Creations. You can keep your machine mats straight and help them last longer with labels. With the cover on the mat, write the materials that you should use with each type in permanent marker. Blue light grip mats work best with copy paper, thin cardstock, vellum, construction paper, sticky notes, light vinyl, wrapping paper, and other delicate materials. The green standard grip mats work best with cardstock, vinyl, infusible ink transfer sheets, pattern paper, textured paper, washi paper, and lots of similar things like that. The purple strong grip machine mats are best for glitter cardstock, thick cardstock, magnet sheets, chip and poster board, fabric with stiffener, aluminum foil, foam, faux leather, suede, and other thick materials. And the pink fabric grip mat works for fabric, bonded fabric, crepe paper, burlap, and felt. Get better cuts, a TikTok tip from Lucky Little Penny Crafts. Different brands of vinyl can behave totally different on a Cricut, but applying more pressure to the cut usually has the most successful results. In Design Space, after selecting the material, click the drop-down under Pressure and select More. If you're using a Cricut Explore Air 2, be sure to turn the dial to Custom so that you can set your material and pressure settings right in Cricut Design Space. Replace your Cricut blades, a TikTok tip from Cricut. Every once in a while, your blade can get a nick in it, and no amount of cleaning is going to help that. If this happens, you can replace the blade in the housing. To do this, press the plunger at the top of the housing and carefully pull the blade out from the bottom. Remove the plastic cover from the new blade and insert the shaft into the housing. A magnet inside the housing holds the new blade in place. Release the plunger and your new blade is now ready for action. You can place the small plastic cover over the old blade tip to safely discard it. Put your covers back on your mats easier. A TikTok tip from Rosie Rose Signage. The Cricut machine mat covers are thin, so they can flop around while you're trying to put them back in place, and then they get all messed up, right? And it's really important to cover the entire sticky area to keep the mats clean and effective. But no worries, just place the cutting mat upright in the tablet holder section on the Cricut. It's on the Cricut Maker, the Explore 3, and the Maker 3. Align the mat cover on the mat's top edge, and the rest falls right into place with perfect alignment. Reveal cut lines with cornstarch or baby powder. A TikTok tip from Wishing Star Warehouse. Not sure what to weed on a dark vinyl project? I get you. The cut lines can really blend in. Sprinkle a little baby powder or cornstarch on your vinyl and then brush it in with a makeup brush. Dollar store supplies work perfect for this. The light powder settles into the cut lines, making them more visible so you can weed better and faster. And when you're done, the powder wipes right off. Catch weeded vinyl bits with painter's tape. A TikTok tip from Izzy's Creations 2012. Roll a piece of painter's tape in a circle with the sticky side facing out. Stick it to your work area and use it to capture bits of vinyl stuck to your weeding tool. When it's covered, just roll it up and toss the whole mess. Use household containers for weeded bits. A TikTok tip from Mr. Crafty Pants. If the painter's tape trick doesn't work for you, grab a container with a lip like something from snacks or disinfecting wipes, a box of Kleenex, or a nail polish holder. When you're ready to wipe off your weeding tool, run the tip over the container's edge to knock the little bits of vinyl right off into it. Use cheap, easy transfer tape. A TikTok tip from Juniper Point Design Co. Want to spend less on transfer tape without getting frustrated by bad materials? Cut a piece of press and seal slightly larger than your weeded adhesive vinyl design. Use a scraper to adhere the press and seal to the design's top surface. Gently peel away the backing and the vinyl will be totally transferred to the clear material. Use it just like transfer tape to apply the vinyl design to your blank surface. Protect weeded designs with parchment paper. A TikTok tip from Timber and Vine Co. Interrupted before you can apply a vinyl design or need to keep it safe during travel? Don't let lint and dirt ruin your hard work by sticking it to the transfer tape. Cut a piece of parchment paper slightly larger than the tape. Lay it on top to totally cover the sticky area. It will stay in place, but peel off easily later. You can keep both adhesive and iron-on vinyl clean this way. Use a color organizer to save scraps and your sanity. A TikTok tip from DIY Holic. Overwhelmed by scraps still big enough for a future project? Store them by color in a file organizer. You can add labels to keep track of what you have on hand and find the perfect piece in a pinch. Do fun, multicolored vinyl designs with scraps. A TikTok tip from Wishing Star Warehouse. Turn vinyl scraps into custom material. Just trim them to have even edges. The paper trimmer helps a lot here. And then place them all on a machine mat with the edges butted right up next to each other to make a nearly seamless surface. The orientation doesn't matter, just make sure it covers the whole design area. And then cut it like normal and enjoy. Weed the right lines with a light pad. A TikTok tip from JCH Creations. Struggling to see the cut lines on a vinyl design? Let the light shine through by putting the project on a light pad, like the Cricut Bright Pad. The light will show more in the cut areas and you'll be able to see the full design more clearly. No more squinting or weeding the wrong piece. Use transfer tape to protect mats from messy materials. A TikTok tip from Angie Holden Makes. Materials like felt, fleece, and leather can leave a fuzzy mess on your Cricut machine mats. But you can add a buffer. Just place a piece of transfer tape's sticky side on the back of the material. Then place the tape side down on the mat's adhesive surface. The fuzz will stick to the transfer tape and extend the life of your machine mat. Save stubborn vinyl with reverse weeding. A TikTok tip from JCH Creations. Struggling to weed intricate adhesive vinyl designs? Try reverse weeding. Place a piece of transfer tape on top of the cut design and burnish it so you can remove the vinyl from its backing to the clear material. Then weed out the unneeded stuff. The sticky transfer tape holds on to the small parts of the design much better this way. Prepare surfaces for adhesive vinyl with rubbing alcohol. A TikTok tip from Home Sweet Pink. Non-porous blank surfaces may have oils, dust, or small debris on them that will mess up with your vinyl application. To fix this, apply some rubbing alcohol to a lint-free cloth and wipe your entire design area to remove anything that could be in the way. Your vinyl will now go on much more smoothly and last longer. Get an easy faux wood stain with baby wipes. A TikTok tip from Kelly Designs. Get a stained look on wood blanks fast and easy with acrylic paint. Cover your work area with some butcher paper, and then apply a small dab of chalk paint to a baby wipe and rub it into a sanded or smooth piece of unfinished wood. The more paint you apply, the darker the stained look. Damp paper towels can work in place of a baby wipe too. Weed easier on a mat. A TikTok tip from Angie Holden Makes. Weeding not going wonderfully? Instead of taking your vinyl off the mat right after cutting, leave it on the machine mat until you're done weeding. The mat holds the vinyl in place while you lift and remove all of the small bits. Plus, you have an extra hand since you don't have to hold the vinyl in place. Decorate curved surfaces with flat vinyl designs easier. A TikTok tip from Millie Girl Merch. Before you apply a weeded vinyl design to a curved surface, cut small slits around the outside edge of the transfer tape. This way, the transfer tape and vinyl can bend around the item and curve to the surface, preventing bubbles and creases. Use the weeding tool cap for vinyl bits. A TikTok tip from Blue 82 Designs. Did you know your weeding tool is hiding a container for extra vinyl pieces? I know, right? When you pull off the cap, there are slits on the sides. Just slide the tip of the weeding tool through them to knock off the vinyl bits and contain all the little sticky pieces of vinyl as you remove them. It works great. Save time and material with a weeding box. A TikTok tip from JCH Creations. Before you cut a vinyl design, add an extra cut line around it. In Cricut Design Space, you can use a free shape and resize it to fit. Use the Arrange menu to send it to the back so the design is visible. Make sure the shape is big enough to go around the design with some extra space, and then use Attach to keep them both together during cutting. And now you have a smooth cut line to start from. Perfectly align vinyl layers with parchment paper. A TikTok tip from Rhinestone World. Adhesive vinyl layers not lining up properly? Next time, weed all the layers and transfer the bottom one to the project. Cut parchment paper a bit larger than your design. Put the next vinyl layer on the transfer tape and then place the parchment on top, leaving a little bit of the sticky area at the top. Align the vinyl over the bottom layer. You can see through the parchment for perfect placement. Press the transfer tape to the bottom layer and then gently remove the parchment paper to adhere the vinyl layers together, and then just repeat for any additional layers. Aren't those tips awesome? I hope you learned just as much as I did. If you are new to using your Cricut, be sure to check out my free Cricut Kickoff course, which helps you get your Cricut set up for success. Sign up totally free at cricutkickoff.com. No strings attached. And remember to come find me on TikTok. Remember, I'm at tiktok.com/@jennifer.maker, or just go to TikTok and put in jennifer.maker. You can ask me questions over here, sure, but you can also leave your comment below this video. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.